back to my channel. Sorry I've been a bit inactive lately, I've been taking about a week off, I've just been doing nothing, I've not really been posting anything. But I'm back now and I'm going to be doing another request for you. So I put on my page if you wanted to see the Doll Beauty product review or a video of me doing a look with all of my fave products or ones I'm loving right now. So the fave's got the most votes, so that's the one I'm going to be doing today. So basically I'm just going to be doing a full face look for you all. It's going to be like full glam, and it's just basically my favourite look that I've done from like the beginning using, like I've said before, all of my favourite products. So yeah, let's get started. So basically for this video I'm going to be mostly doing talking, and then I'll quickly go off camera to do my makeup. So first of all, with my eyes I'm going to prime my lids and prep them. As we all know, I don't do my eyebrows first anymore, so I'm just going to start by putting concealer on the lids. My all-time fave would be the MAC NC15 Studio Finish Concealer. It's this wee pot here. Definitely absolutely recommend it. It's just because it's so creamy and it's just nice and thick. But I do like to mix it with a liquid concealer just so I'm not wasting product and it's not as, like, you know, really just cakey on my lids. So I'm actually going to use the Juvia's Place concealer in shade 20. I'm just loving the full coverage of this, is just insane. So that's what I'm going to be using for my lids. And brush wise, I'm stuck between two. Before, I would say if I was putting pomade in my brows, like a gel, I would use this flat brush here. It's really small and it's Morphe E43, but since I don't do my brows first anymore, I like to use this Glam Candy flat brush. It's just a simple white flat brush like this. You can use any type of flat brush and it's just so much better to just quickly paint over the lids and you can still get a perfect line around your brow. Okay, that is the concealer packed onto my lids, and you can see from here the coverage is unreal and I literally used hardly any, so that's why I stick to using that. And just before I put on the shadow, I do like to powder my lids. I know different people probably won't powder them, some do, some don't, but I preferably do like to, just because I know that it won't crease or it won't move from underneath. For that, I like to use the Maybelline Matte Maker powder. It's broken. I don't think I've actually bought one of these and it's not shattered, but it's just a mattifying powder and it's so thick. I don't want to say thick because it's not, but like, it's not the right word for it. It's not cakey either, but I don't really know how to explain it. It's just so matte. It's so matte. But yeah, that's just a wee bit on my finger here, and it's just so good coverage, and it gets rid of all of your under eye creases. It just leaves a really nice flawless finish, so that is definitely my go-to powder, and it's super cheap as well. It's like, I don't know, like £3 or something. So yeah, definitely for prepping the eyes, this powder definitely was a fave. I like a wee face fluffy brush here. This is the Morphe M105. I just like it because it's nice and small and it just perfectly fits on my eyes as well, and good for underneath them as well. So the look I'm going for today is an all-time fave, which I've literally done right from the beginning. Basically every time I'd go out it would just be this look, and it's just because it's so good and easy to do, but then obviously over time it's just one that I can do relatively quickly but well as well, and it just goes with any look, I guess, and I just like those colours on my face. So it's going to be a bronzy look, classic bronze with a gold cut crease, and it is with the Morphe 3502. Literally you can tell how many times I've used this because you can't even read this anymore. It's just like faded, and inside we're getting there. Like the gold's almost gone, the black's completely disappeared, but I said before that was not my fault, and it still bothers me. But yes, I'll be using the 3502 palette. When I first got it, I honestly could not stop using it, and even then, like when I first got it, I would also be obsessed with these reds and orangey shades because I didn't have them before. I have so many palettes, so many new ones as well, but this one, I'm gonna have to use this one as my fave. I'm gonna be doing this look off camera just to save a bit of time, and you can see the finished look after. I realised I didn't mention my brushes, so I've got a few here which I like for eyes. So first of all, I would start off with this Morphe M200. It's a really nice fluffy, like fat fluffy brush for doing creases, and it just flows really nicely in the lids. Definitely these two here, they're actually MAC. Originally I had the 221, but it's really faded. This is like a brush I've had right from the start. It's like, yeah, it's so faded. and it's just, the shape is perfect just to get right into your crease. It's just honestly amazing. But when I went to go get another one, not that long ago actually, they're now selling the, I want to say 2218, I can't really read it just because it's faded. So they're MAC, absolutely amazing, and I've had them right from the start. For cutting the crease, I use, this is a Blank Canvas Cosmetics. I have no idea, I don't have anything else from them, I'm not gonna lie. And it's the F17, it's just a flat brush, it just looks like a paintbrush, and it's perfect for really piling on the concealer and cutting it. It's just really nice and rounded like that. I got that off Beauty Base, that's why it's a company that I've not really heard of. And finally, for packing on shadows onto my lid, and also amazing for getting shadows on your lower lash line, is also again the MAC 2398 or 239. Do they have letters? I don't know, it could either be an S or an 8. That was, I think, probably one of my first brushes I ever had, and it's in such good condition as well. Like, it literally looks brand new. So that is the brushes I will be using for this look. Okay, so my eyes are done and I've made them super smoky, especially the lower lash line. And I've actually put some of the Anastasia gel liner in the shade Jet on my waterline. So for my base, I want it nice and glowing, so I'm going to use one of my favourite primers. I don't normally use a primer, I just like to use my moisturiser, and that's me. But if I do want a nice glowy base, I will use my MAC Strobe Cream. I've used this before and I've told you guys that it's really, really good. So for foundation, as you guys know, I like to do a mix of quite a few, and I'm not gonna lie, I use quite a lot of different ones, but I have chosen this MAC one, the Studio Fix Fluid in SPF 15, as my fave. I love mixing it with the Maybelline 24 Hour Superstay in 10 Ivory, which again, you could use this just on its own because it is super full coverage. I absolutely love it. That's why I love it, using it all the time, because it's so cheap and so good for coverage. So these two together are just amazing. The only thing you have to watch with this one is that it oxidizes because it's full coverage, so it just means like later on in the day it will get darker on your skin. And the brush I'm going to be using is the Real Techniques by Sam & Nick, and that is actually a contour brush, but I use it for foundation. Well, sorry, a sculpting brush, basically the same, but I use it for foundation just because it's so firm and it's perfect for full coverage looks, and I love full coverage foundation. Okay, now I have my foundation on and it's all blended, and I just use stippling motions like this to get it on and blended it down my neck a wee bit. So for concealers, again, I couldn't choose two as my faves because, I mean, I use a lot and I just always think for a look it's better to use more than one, but definitely I've tied it down to the Collection Lasting Perfection in shade 2, which I literally use all the time. It's just, oh, it's so good. It's amazing coverage as well, and it's just for the price of it, you just, honestly, you just have to buy them all the time. And another one, actually, the MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Smoothwear one. I absolutely loved it. I went through a phase of using it all the time, but then I stopped. But again, a fave high-end, probably fave drugstore cheaper one. And brush wise, I am in love with the Glam Candy concealer brush. Honestly, it's the perfect shape just to get right into your eyes and all little areas of your face for blended concealer. It's amazing to use on other people, like when you're doing their makeup. It's so good and it's just really nice and soft on your face. Okay, so now I'm all concealed, it's time to powder, and I only have one that I like to use under my eyes, and that is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I like to use medium golden. It's perfect for when I'm not tanned, just for covering under the eyes and making sure nothing creases. And with that, I like to use the same Morphe brush that I use to pat on my eyelids. And after I've done my powder, just so I don't forget, I'm going to put the glue on my lashes, and I know these are out of the box, but my faves I like to use are the Prima lashes. Well, I mean, I don't think this is the right box, but definitely I think they are the shade Perfect that I'm away to put on the shade. The type, whatever they are for lashes, yeah, they're called Perfect. So for bronzing, I'm going to go with a Doll Beauty one. It is the shade Light, actually. This stuff is so pigmented, it's unreal, and it just builds up, and it's not even, it just matches perfectly. I absolutely love it. It's a new fave of mine, definitely, because I only got it not that long ago. So I like to use that to contour my face, but I do have a fave bronzer for giving just an all-around glow, which is my Milani one. I've had it for ages, and it is actually pretty cheap, and I like it just because it's nice and shimmery and you can wear it anytime, and it's nice if you just can't be bothered contouring or whatever. It just gives a nice bronze to the face and it's really nice and shimmery. So I like to put that on first just to give it a nice glow, and then pop on this bronzer because it's matte for a nice contour in the cheekbones. And the brushes for this, if I'm just doing a bronze of the whole face, I like to use an angled one, which is the Morphe M104. And when it comes to contouring with using matte bronzers, I only use this brush for a matte bronzer. It is the Real Techniques by Sam & Nick contour brush. And oh my god. This, I think, is genuinely my all-time favourite brush ever. It is unreal. It's so perfectly rounded and it just fits perfectly in the cheekbones, and it's just unreal. Like, so good, so good. And I think it came in a set, I think, so that's why they're like cute colours. Oh, it's just, this contour brush is just so good, so good. So if you couldn't tell, I like it. But yeah. And for blush, you guys know I love a blushed look, so I'm going to be using the Warm Soul by MAC. Absolutely incredible. I will like layer this on and it's just so good, but it's also not so, it's not that pigmented, but it just leaves a nice finish that you can tell it's there, and it's just nice and shimmery and it's perfect for any look. And the brush is the Morphe M462. I'm not gonna lie, this is my only brush that I use, so I can't really compare with any other ones I've got. So I've popped on my lashes. I always put them on just with my fingers. I think it's so much easier. I know a lot of people use tweezers, but I mean, it's totally your preference. So for mascara, I just like the cheap Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've literally had this for years and years and years. Keep on buying it just because it's so good, and especially in my natural lashes without fake ones, it just makes them look so long. I've tried like Benefit ones and everything. I just keep coming back to this one just because it's so much cheaper and it's just so good. I don't really pay much attention to the top ones because when you put the eyelashes on, I always pinch them together like at the band, so then there's no gap, and that usually the glue kind of sticks to the natural one, so it just makes them go up anyway. And for my brows, I like to shove through the Illamasqua mascara. I'm not meaning that I literally buy an expensive mascara just for my eyebrows. It's a bit silly. Like, I'd use any mascara, but this one, it's basically kind of finished and dried out. I love this mascara for putting on clients, so I definitely need to get another one for other people, but now that it's basically finished and there's not much in it, I just like to quickly drag it through my brows. Okay, so I think for highlight we all know which one I'm going to use, but first obviously it's my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I need to get another one, like that's all I've got left, but it's so good, it's just so good. But yeah, I just clarked my face with that. And I sometimes even put it on before blush just to make that pop as well. I think that's really nice. I am going to be using, of course, the Illamasqua OMG highlighter. It's just so good. This is definitely obviously like a blinding goldy one, champagne colour, and it's just so good. That's all I have to say. And for this, I actually use a brush, which this was just from a set I bought just really randomly. It's the BH Cosmetics, and it just says number 5. But I picked it out of the set because it looks like a really good highlighter brush, because some people use a fan and some people use like a more rounded brush like this for highlight. I just think I get a better result with this brush, but totally up to you, but this one's definitely my fave. Okay, so for lips, I had to do my all-time favourite one, which is a red lip. I just adore a red lip, and especially with this eye look, I just think it just looks amazing. For that, I never actually used to use a lip liner for red lip. I would just use a brush and flatline, and that would stay on forever. But now that I've bought one, I kind of just like to use it all the time now, but kind of just varies. So I'm going to use my 2 MAC ones, Red Rock lipstick, which looks like this, and the lip liner is Cherry, the lip pencil. That's it there. And with that, I like to use the Morphe M326 lip brush. It's tiny and it just fits perfectly. It's really good, nice and small. And of course, to finish off, I've got the MAC Fix Plus spray. I know it's not a setting spray, but I just still nice to get that glow. I literally like to drown my face in this. Okay, and that is the finished look. I hope you all like it, and I hope you like the video of me using my favourite products. Thank you for suggesting this. I had a lot of fun making it, and of course I had to do this look, which is my ultimate favourite. Like, I have to admit, like, I would do it all the time, but it really is my favourite. So it goes well with the video, and I know you've probably seen me use those products a lot of times before, so yeah, guessing obviously that is why they're my favourites, but I'm definitely obviously keen for trying a lot more new ones, so that will be in a lot more coming videos. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and make sure as usual to give me a nice like and subscribe, and come back for more. Bye!